Join us after the break for all the shimmies, sidesteps and tries from Thames Valley Touch Tournament. See you then.
The game of touch rugby was invented in New Zealand in the 1950s. It has its origins in rugby league, in that the team has 6 tackles in possession to move the ball upfield and score. The ball should not be kicked and there's no contact. It's fast moving and fitness is key. Today's event is in the grounds of Windsor Castle, and as the flag shows us, Her Majesty is most likely enjoying the entertainment.
This is the third Thames Valley Touch Champs. It's an annual event, obviously in our 3rd year. We have mixed teams coming across from London and the southeast, and also we've got a team from Bath here today, and we're just trying to develop this as one of the national championships for touch rugby.
With a national membership in the tens of thousands, what backgrounds do most of the players come from?
A lot of ex-rugby players, former rugby players play because there's minimal contact now. It's a great cardiovascular workout. It's normal games are 40 minutes long, so they're pretty much non-stop as well. And also, yeah, the mixed element. So you can bring your partner, your girlfriend down or your boyfriend and play together, and then obviously have a drink in the bar afterwards.
Well, the popularity and participant take-up of a sport can often rely on the ease of how it can be played in the local park. Simplicity really is everything. So, how does touch rugby score in the jumpers for goalpost table?
Whilst there are an international set of rules, at the end of the day all you need is a ball and a group of friends and a patch of grass, and that is all. Perhaps 3 or 4 jumpers might help to mark out the corners, but that is literally all you need to play this sport, and that's why it is such a great sport.
Over 16 teams are competing at today's championships. A round-robin format sorted out the top sides, leaving us with 4 semi-finalists. Match 2 we'll see later, Cambridge Hornets versus Evolution. But it's to the first semi we go now, Galaxy versus England Mix. Galaxy in the black, but it's England Mix side on the attack. And I don't think that try is going to count. It was just outside the playing area, so no joy. Well, there might be here for Galaxy. They had a man over, and it's a score for Roger Ratahi. And that rather set the tone for the first half. It was very one-sided. Galaxy all over the England team, cutting through them like a knife through butter, almost scoring at will. No conversions, of course, no kicking in this game. 1 point per try. 4-0 you see now into the second half, and that very quickly became 5. England just had no answer to Galaxy's power and running, but they did manage a consolation score. Gav Lane nipping in for the try. It finished though 7-1. All played in a very sporting manner as ever, and you can see it's a fun family day out. The girlfriends and the kids are all here. Couldn't have picked a better day for it weather-wise. And we're ready now for the second semi-final between the Cambridge Hornets, they're in blue, up against Evolution. We join it at 0-0 in the first half, Evolution in possession. This might be a little closer than the first semi. There's the opening score, and it goes to the Evolution side. Now, what will be the Cambridge Hornets' response? JF Popoff, number 1, is one of the key men, and he's in possession now, and he's got options both sides. Now, I wonder if that's going to be a penalty, not a try. Penalty some 5 or 6 yards from the line, for not retreating, I think. And he's gone on his own and scored. James Harris saw the opportunity, and he took it literally with both hands. He couldn't get to him. And just as we suspected, there may not be much in this semi. 1-1 we are then. Remember, 6 tackles for each side, and as soon as they're touched, as Shane Hills was then, they have to roll it between their legs to a teammate. And here's Popoff. Lovely little shimmy there. Got him in for the score, appreciated by his teammates watching on, some of the substitutes. 2-1 then at the interval here. Still anyone's game for the right to meet Galaxy in the final. James Harris has had a good game, the number 3 for the Hornets, and here he is in possession again. It's all about trying to find space, and look at that, tremendous. Brad White solved the dummy, and that made the space for him to score. He had an option outside. There's Kate Murray, I think, available, but he didn't need her. 3-1 then to the Hornets. This is Carolina Cheng, and they've worked this beautifully, and Kaylee Wilson gets the score and brings Evolution right back into it. Well, no one can take their eyes off this game, especially because Evolution then added another try to tie it up at 3-3. Not too long remaining. Who's going to have the mental stamina? This is promising from the Hornets. Worked it right and then right again, and Popov has now got a hat-trick of tries. I wonder if he'll be taking the ball home afterwards. The pass set it up, and then he just stepped inside two of the Evolution players and in for the score. So 4-3 now then to the Cambridge Hornets. And Evolution on the attack again. Good handling. See how much ground they're making between every tackle. Now, did he get there? He did. Tries given before he was touched. And it's 4-4. Swung one way and then the other this semi-final. You can see why fitness is so important. You just don't get a rest, and this is going to be a score. Cayley Wilson showing his opponents a clean pair of heels there, down the touchline for the try. He got past Popov first of all, and they couldn't get to him. Kate Murray was the nearest defender. And that is the final score. That was the winning try. 5-4 it finishes to Evolution.
Cambridge are a good side, and we knew it coming into this. We're kind of looking almost through them stages, through to the final, because we've got a tough final ahead of us. But we're happy with what we achieved today, and that's the semi out of the way. Look forward to the final.
Well, I think Cayley's right. It is going to be a tough final, and everyone has stayed on to watch it. Galaxy, who won their semi so easily, up against Evolution. Galaxy, just to remind you, are in the black. We joined it at 0-0 in the first half.
7-8 to me, yes 10.
And that voice you can hear, by the way, is our referee Kirsten, who's been mic'd up so we can understand what's going on. She counts the tackles, and she also makes sure the players are back the requisite distance every time a player is tackled. Well, this is good work from Galaxy straight away on the attack, and that was effortless. Roger Ratahi, we saw him score in the semi, and he's just repeated the dose here in the final. He's got such good hands. Well, that rather set the tone. 4-0. We only played 6 or 7 minutes, and Evolution were on the end of a real onslaught. Severe test of their character now, to see how they respond to these early scores, and they're trying again here, Galaxy. That's a lovely switch pass, almost toying with their opponents here, the Galaxy side.
Keep walking.
Mark Williams had all sorts of options, the number 7.
5's going to be with me, guys. That's it. Back it up 2, all the way 2.
4 tackles. Here's Williams again, and now they spin it wide. And an unopposed score for Doug Ratahi. And the celebration of the day to match. 5-0 Galaxy. Well, Evolution have been starved of possession for the vast majority of the first half. They finally got the ball. Can they do anything with it? They can. That's lovely work from Gerard Ho. Inside 2 defenders, they couldn't get anywhere near him, and at least that's put Evolution on the board. He saw a gap, and he went for it. 10 minutes each way in this final, the same as in the semis. Into the second half now, 5-1 remains the score. And here come Galaxy again, who may just have taken their foot off the gas at the end of that first period, but not anymore by the look of it. So much movement from them. There are options both sides for everyone who has the ball. That's the key to this game, and look at that. That's exemplary touch rugby. Only one of 2 or 3 players could have scored. Sean Collier eventually touched it down, and they look a bit deflated, the Evolution camp. 7-1, as you see now, is the score. Evolution looking for what will be a consolation, and they've got one too. Second try of the day for Gerard Ho. Rather easier than the first one he scored. Lovely little reverse pass to find him. Just took a couple of defenders out. Good hands from Ho. It wasn't the easiest ball to take. So a little more respectability for the Evolution side. 8-2 now is the score in this final. 6 tackles, remember, for each side, and if the 6th tackle is reached, then possession just swaps over. Here come Evolution again. Got the bit between their teeth now. 4 tackles, as you heard our referee say, so they have to do something quickly. And that's nicely done. They've scored again. Appreciated by the crowd as well. 8-3 then. Still well in charge, of course, Galaxy. Picked up by Ratahi, who's been one of the star players, and he's got the ball again. And that's a try. Well, Ratahi, not just a scorer, he's a provider as well. Drew the defender in, and that made the space for Debbie Simpson to score. 10-3 then. We're in the dying seconds of this final. Are we going to get one last try? Looks like it, doesn't it? Only a consolation score, but everything gratefully accepted by Evolution. And that is the final whistle. 10-4, the final score.
The final went all right, yeah. I was just building my way up into the games because of a bit of an injury, so I just had to hold back for a while. Otherwise, yeah, once I started getting into it, it was good. I've been playing for about 18 years now in New Zealand, and I'm actually coaching the England women, so maybe helping out as well. So we're actually expecting the England team to get there, but they had an unfortunate result, but they played good in the semi against us, so it's just unfortunate they weren't there.
So Kim McAnally, the captain of the Galaxy side, going up to get the smallest trophy and the large case of beer. At least they've got that in the right proportion. Next week on Sport Nation, we're at Stockbrook Manor Golf and Country Club for the penultimate round in the PGA East Region Series. And we visit Cannock Hockey Club for an England Hockey International friendly. See you next week.